6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. Federal budget for next fiscal year is being presented today. Prime Minister says government is working with earnest devotion to put economy on upward trajectory. Information Minister says 5E framework will prove to be game changer for economic development of the country. Minister for Climate Change has advised the fishermen in the coastal areas to avoid venturing into the open sea due to prevailing tropical cyclone. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, over 2,500 Kashmiris have been arrested so far this year by Indian forces. In Ukraine, heavy fighting continues between Russian forces and Ukrainian troops in southern and eastern regions of the country. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said the government is working with earnest devotion to bring political stability in order to put the economy on upward trajectory. He made the remarks while chairing the cabinet meeting in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister regretted that a sustained effort has been made by some elements over the last 1 year or so to stoke political instability. He stressed that political stability is a must to put the economy in the right direction. As regards the budget, the Prime Minister said comprehensive consultations have been held with all the stakeholders on it. He said by focusing on the agriculture sector, we can yield positive results in a minimum time. He stressed for establishing agricultural value chain to enhance exports and bring prosperity in the lives of rural population. Similarly, he said we have to focus on enhancing IT exports. The Prime Minister said the government is cognizant of the problems faced by the common man due to inflation. He said we have to take care of the salaried class as well as the pensioners so that they could meet their basic requirements. The Prime Minister said it is a matter of satisfaction that the country has managed to bring down the current account deficit to $3.3 billion regardless of internal and external challenges. The Prime Minister was confident that since Pakistan has fulfilled all the conditions, the IMF board will approve the next tranche after completion of 9th review this month. Shehbaz Sharif was appreciative of the financial support extended by China and Saudi Arabia during the challenging times over the last few months. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has constituted a committee to address the reservations of Balochistan Awami Party regarding the development projects and problems of Balochistan. Chairman Senate Sadiq Sanjarani, Federal Ministers Ishaq Dar, Ehsan Iqbal, Azam Nazir Tarar, Dr. Musaddiq Malik, Khalid Yasin Maksi, Maulana Abdul Ghafoor Hedri, Agha Hussain Baloch and Manzoor Kakar will be members of the committee. The Prime Minister constituted the committee during his meeting in Islamabad with the delegation of Balochistan Awami Party led by Chairman Senate Sadiq Sanjarani. The Prime Minister said prosperity of Pakistan is linked with prosperity of Balochistan and cooperation of the elected representatives of the province in this regard is important. He said Balochistan Awami Party is an important coalition party of the government. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mariam Aurangzeb says the 5E framework will prove to be a game changer for ensuring economic development of the country. In a statement issued in Islamabad, she said the 5E framework include exports, e-Pakistan, water and food security, environment, energy and equity, turnaround Pakistan. The minister said under this framework, new opportunities for business and earning livelihood through increasing exports will be encouraged. She said promotion of education and health and check on growing population will also pave the way for development of Pakistan. Minister for Planning and Development Ehsan Iqbal has suggested constituting a committee to formulate national framework so that modern education reaches every part of the country, including the far-flung areas. Addressing International Ed Tech Conference in Islamabad today, he said digitalization is impacting every field of life and therefore we must modernize education system to cater to the changing demands of time. The minister said our journey towards modern transformation education will remain incomplete unless children in every part of the country get the opportunity to explore and utilize their full potential. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Interior Ataullah Tarar says coalition government has approved the inclusion of a revolutionary program to economically empower youth and women in the country. Talking to a private news channel, he said the government is taking solid steps to provide IT-based technical training to the new generation. Federal Minister for Climate Change, Senator Sherry Rahman, has advised the fishermen in the coastal areas of the country to avoid venturing into the open sea due to prevailing tropical cyclone Biparjoy formed over southern Arabian Sea. In a message regarding the cyclone, the federal minister said, as per the weather advisory issued by Pakistan Meteorological Department, cyclone Biparjoy was moving towards north and northeast after changing its direction. Senator Rahman said the cyclone might move further towards Pakistan's Makran coast. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian forces personnel and dreaded agencies have arrested over 2,500 Kashmiris, including all parties' Hurriyat Conference leaders and several women so far this year, to punish them for their affiliation with the freedom movement. Indian Army, paramilitary and police personnel, as well as the sleuths of the dreaded National Investigation Agency and State Investigation Agency during cordon and search operations and house raids arrested over 2,500 Kashmiris. Those arrested include APHC leaders Bilal Siddiqui, Zamruda Habib, Yasmin Raja and journalist Irfan Mehraj. The Indian authorities slapped back laws like Public Safety Act and Unlawful Activities Prevention Act on many of the detainees and lodged them in different jails of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and India. In Ukraine, heavy fighting continues between Russian forces and Ukrainian troops in southern and eastern regions. Intense battle is being reported on the Zaporizhia front near the city of Orikhev, around the midpoint of the land bridge linking Russia to the Crimea Peninsula. Meanwhile, Ukraine has claimed that it has intercepted a phone call proving that Russian forces in control of the dam had blown it up. Moscow says Ukraine sabotaged it. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas will visit China next week on the invitation of President Xi Jinping. In a statement, China's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Chunying had said that Mahmoud Abbas will make a 4-day visit from the 13th of this month. Earlier, in a phone call with Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Maliki, China's Foreign Minister Qin Gang said that Beijing supports the resumption of talks as soon as possible. China had expressed readiness to play a role for mediation to hold peace talks between Israel and Palestinians. A Palestinian has been martyred by Israeli troops in their fresh act of terrorism at Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. The Sudanese government has declared the UN envoy to the country, Volker Perthes, as persona non grata. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said Sudan notified UN Secretary General that it no longer recognizes Volker Perthes' position in Sudan as he is stoking the country's conflict. The United Nations has said that enhanced collaboration with the Arab League will be helpful to pacify conflicts in the Middle East region. Speaking at the UN Security Council, UN Under-Secretary General for Political and Peacekeeping Affairs Rosemary DiCarlo said settling the conflict in Sudan and realizing a two-state solution in Israel and Palestine is critical to stabilizing the region. She said this relationship between the UN and the League remains robust to strengthen make international and regional cooperation. And finally, the weather report for you. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in eastern Punjab, eastern Balochistan and Kashmir during evening and night. To end the news, the main points once again. Federal budget for next fiscal year is being presented today. Prime Minister says government is working with earnest devotion to put economy on an upward trajectory. Information Minister says 5E framework will prove to be a game changer for economic development of the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log in on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch video live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.